There we go. I forgot to turn the mic on. Alright. It's been a while. I don't do this often anymore. I don't even know if people will even see this. It's fine if they don't. I'm alright being alone. I'll survive somehow. Anyway. Let's see here. Let's see. Well, according to YouTube, I have 2 concurrent viewers. So there is a possibility that people are here. So hello, possibility people. Gonna check a few things here. As usual, I am unprepared, despite the fact that I took like an hour to make sure that I had something set up for this, and now I'm like, oh, right, I don't actually have anything. Shit! Hi, Nevitz Gilbert. Welcome to the stream. Well, at least you're self-aware. I am very much aware of what it is I do. Shit. Don't mind me cursing. This video is not going to stay up. Let's see. What kind of music did I used to listen to? You know what? I'll just put on Wind Waker OST. That'll work, right? Yes, it will. Why am I asking you? I already know the answer. Because I'm the one who decides. Ah! That's loud. On my end. I don't know how it is on your end. It was hurting my ears. Okay, you'll have to let me know if you guys can hear that and if it's too loud or what. But, other than that, hello! I see we got Jerry Rodriguez the Third in the chat. Odd Emerald Zone, hello. Maldegan. And that's Nevitz Gilbert again. It was pretty loud. Ah. I like Big Trouble in Little China. What? I feel that that's probably an answer to something I said earlier, but I don't remember what I said, so I am sorry if you were answering something there, Mao Deegan, but I do not remember. I don't recall what it is you refer to. Alright. Drink a little of my tea here. Ah. That'll be good. Should hopefully keep me awake. Either that or it'll put me to sleep because it's warm, but whatever. Hey, Can't Show Me Rocks. Oh, happy birthday. Nice to hear from you. Nice seeing you again. Let me see. You know, I had an idea of what to draw, and now I cannot remember what it was going to be. Ah! I'm having a day, okay? Is this? Oh, this is the world building mistakes list that I copied from somewhere. Anyway. Have you been misstabbing you around? Yeah, I haven't been streaming because I've been trying to focus on other things. Also, work schedule changed a bit, so I'm not able to stream the same time that I that I used to do. There is no usually anymore. What am I talking about? So is it just a coincidence that a new Zelda game came out and you decided to stream? Yes. I have not actually gotten a hold of the game yet. I will probably get a hold of it on Thursday. Please do not talk about it in the chat. I will read the chat, and I don't want spoilers. And please don't try to be catty about it, like, oh, I'm going to say something, but it's not going to be spoilers, and then it just is absolutely spoilers. I remember one time when I was playing the Pokemon Scarlet Nuzlocke, and someone just straight up, like, casually dropped the twist at the end of the game about the professor, and it's like, well, fuck you, I guess. Well, fuck me, I guess, because I'm the one who decided to publicly stream, and you're gonna get that when you publicly stream, so that's really just on me. I probably shouldn't be streaming until I play the new Zelda game, but oh well, what do I do? I wanted to do something. Didn't you tell me you're gonna stream? I think I thought about telling you. I just didn't, because I thought maybe a surprise would be good. I don't know. I've been trying to get my brain started up today, and it's just refusing. It's been working too hard. At my job. Have you heard Digimon and Monster Hunters are doing a collaborative virtual pet? Neat! Well, you have a lot of subs. I do? Last I checked, I had less than I did before. I used to have 8.9k. Now I have 8.7k. That's a whole 200 less. Don't worry, I've only played like an hour of it. Got it today. Oh, nice. Well, I'll definitely pay attention when I play Baldur's Gate 3. Ivy, you're always playing Baldur's Gate 3. When are you not playing Baldur's Gate 3? That is the most difficult question for you to answer. I think I made it at least halfway through Echoes. Well, good for you. Please don't mention anything. But I'm looking forward to the game. It should be at least an interesting experience. I don't know how much I will or will not like it. The 2D Zeldas seem to be a mixed bag for me. On one hand, I do enjoy them. On the other hand, I don't really replay them after beating them once. Sometimes I don't even beat them. I still haven't beaten Link's Awakening. Then again, I think the only 3D Zelda game I haven't beaten is Majora's Mask. I've technically played the ending of that, but that's only because I played off of my brother's save file after he already beat the game, just so I could play as the Fierce Deity and just, you know, destroy Majora. But, yeah. Also, I just beat the final boss of the main story of Dragon Quest XI. What an amazing game. Oh, yeah. Glad you liked it. I played it. It didn't quite click with me in the way that I was hoping, but that's a personal thing, so I'm glad you liked the game. I'm always happy to hear when people like stuff that I don't like, because it's like, well, at least somebody got something out of it. So that's good. Though then again, I've also noticed that a lot of people like stuff that I don't care for. Like Minecraft. I look at people playing Minecraft and I'm like, this doesn't look appealing to me whatsoever, but it's an extremely popular game, so oh well. When you're at work, yeah, I suppose that is the only time when you're not playing Baldur's Gate 3. Unless you do it when you're on break. Or when you're in hiding. But anyway. Only one I ever beat was Link's Awakening, and I... Oh wait, that's supposed to be beat. I e-bait it like 3 times. Oh, good for you. What's your favorite Wind Waker dungeon? Mine is the Forsaken Fortress. Favorite Wind Waker dungeon? Oh boy. I really like the, oh, what's it called? Dragon Roost? Dragon Roost Cavern, or whatever it's referred to as? I forget the name. I'm sorry. But, I really like that dungeon. I have a lot of good memories playing that one. So I'm done with the post game. I'll play Dragon Quest Monsters, The Dark Prince. Ooh, nice. Can't when I'm on a break. Work is at a place away from my computer. So sad. Also, hi, Ryan Pinkinson. Welcome to the stream. I'm still looking for something to start drawing. What the fuck? Oh. I'm looking through some of the pictures that I've, what would you call? Shit, what was that? What is that called? Clipped? Screenshotted? It's kind of like screenshotting, except you just take like a specific part of the screen rather than the whole screen itself. I found a, I don't know when this was taken, but I remember seeing it on Twitter. It was trending, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why is this trending? I don't want to click on it because I don't want to find out, but why is this trending? And I just took like a screenshot of it and sent it to my friends. It was when, like, it just says here, on X, it's Twitter, trending, mating press, and I'm like, what? Why? Why is that trending? I don't want the answer to that, but why? I need to clear out some of these. Some of these are years old. Dragon Roost Cavern, yep. Is a dungeon name. Yep, that's it. My favorite Zelda dungeon is the one where Ganondorf is on fire. You're gonna have... Well, actually, yeah, the only one where he's on fire in any dungeon is the Forsaken Fortress. So there you go, Nevitz Gilbert. You got your favorite dungeon. Start with a bean in majestic glory. What? I mean, I can draw a bean. Probably. Oh no. Shit, I just realized. Once again, the professionality of this stream is garbage. I forgot to restart Clip Studio Paint before doing this, and the pressure sensitivity on the program is not working. It does that from time to time. One sec, let me see if I can fix that. Gonna take me a second. Just gotta close it and reopen it again, I think. Hopefully that fixes it, otherwise I'm gonna have to restart the whole computer, which, cancels the stream. Which I hope does not happen. Ah! Dropped my pen. Oh, that's the eraser. Okay, there we go. Alright, it's working. I just need to turn it back on. Oh, shit. I forgot which display it was. Not that one. There we go. Now, which tab is... Ah, here we go. Alright, we're back again. I don't know, draw Midna's butt or something. I've already done that. That's my most popular drawing on DeviantArt, and it's like, I'm ashamed of this. I'm ashamed that this stupid drawing is the most popular drawing I have on this stupid site. God dang it. Just draw the girl from Skies of Arcadia, the one with the boomerang. That would be, Aika. She's fun. Have you seen Codename Kids Next Door? Yep, I used to watch that as a kid. It was interesting, though I always wondered what the message was supposed to be. I mean, I think it was mostly just have fun with the idea of, you know, kids against doing chores and adult things, but I don't know, it kind of seemed like just the whole, you know, grow up to be a man-child, never actually grow up. It's like, I don't know if I agree with this statement, but okay. It's a weird show. I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it a lot, but it's definitely a weird show. My favorite episode is weirdly one of the earlier ones where they go to the dentist to try to, because they think he's this vigilante villain night brace who keeps cleaning kids' teeth against their will. And the dentist is completely innocent, and it's actually the candy shop owner from next door, and the dentist is actually the one who helps the kids next door beat them. And I'm like, I like that episode. And then the rest of the series is just adults are all terrible. And it's like, okay, I'm not a big fan of that, but okay, whatever. Have fun with it, I guess. Let me see here. Oh, that's a less than comfy thing to be trending. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it was just a joke, but sure, lol. Now make it a shiny bean. Queen Vexus? Who is Queen Vexus? Wait, is Queen Vexus the... from the Daffy Duck Space Adventure? Or is that... am I thinking someone else? Oh, no, that's from, My Life as a Teenage Robot, or whatever it's called. That is a weird soundtrack. Why would they add in the sound effect of attacking to the music? That's weird. Anyway, let's see here. Well, of course, the same professional stream. You don't even have cat ears on or a top that shows your boobs. I don't think you want to see those. You dropped your pen in time with Tetris falling music. Nice. Hi, Phoenix Comment Star. G'day, Tauberpa. Might I inquire, when was the last time you indulged some delicious gummy bears? I don't remember the last time I had gummy bears. I don't even remember if I ever had gummy bears. I'm not a big gummies fan, honestly. It was good art. Thank you. I don't think there was a message per se. Being entertaining is a point in and of itself. I do agree with that. But art is art, and cartoons, no matter what age range they're for, are art, and you can take a lot of meaning from them, even if it's not intended. But yeah, I did enjoy Codenamed Kids Next Door. It was a fun thing. I don't want to grow up. I want to be a Toys R Us kid. Well, I got some bad news for you, Nevitt. Thou shalt clean your teeth. The message of Codenamed Kids Next Door is grow up to not be a dick. I mean, yes. Because the parents were actually portrayed positively. That is true. And I do agree with that. Draw count spank you a lot. I remember that. Gonna call you George with a J. We already have a George with a J in the chat. She's playing Baldur's Gate 3 right now. That's the username that she has in Discord anyway. Well, in one of the Discords. You alright? That's what she's from? OMG, My Life as a Teenage Robot. I love that show. It's been so long since I've seen that show. I don't remember much about it. I think I saw it when I was an actual teenager. So... yeah. Really? You made the gummy bear joke in Wind Waker, but you don't know if you even ever had them? I mean, I made a lot of jokes in Wind Waker and a lot of my other stuff. That doesn't mean that I've actually indulged in any of the things I've said. I think I've made drug jokes in my Abridged series before, too. That doesn't mean I've actually done any. Is his name George with a J? Or just George? Or George with a J? That's a good question. You'll never know, and neither will I. Gummy bears jumping here and there and everywhere. I have heard that theme song before. I don't think I ever saw the show, but I've heard the theme song. How's Anna doing, if you happen to know? Last time I checked, he's doing alright. As far as I know, he's doing pretty good. Like I said before a while back, use Anna and Amorous Laptop with my childhood Zelda Bridge YouTubers. Oh, thanks. I'm glad we could entertain you for so long. Even if I don't entertain often. Believe me, I know I turned 30 like 2 weeks ago. I am yeah. I'm older than you! My wrinkles are deeper! I don't think I'm forming wrinkles yet, but I don't look at myself that closely in the mirror. My power's still fucked, so I can't stay in chat, but have a good stream. Thanks, Aaron Nix. Thank you, Aaron. Ivy's doing her best Navi impression. Hey! I'm listening! Well, that Count Spankula was one of the friendliest villains. That is a little weird. Don't sing the Gummy Bear song. Well then. Don't have people put it in the chat. Otherwise, I will sing. Hath thou not indulged in IRL hero time? Depends. I've saved a few spiders here and there. Does that count? Like, literally this morning, there was a spider in the sink that couldn't go up the side of the sink, so I took a paper towel and just stuck it down to where the spider could reach it so it could crawl out of the sink. Yes, I'm a person who lets spiders stay in his house. Because they get rid of the bugs that actually bug me. Sorry, I just got messaged from from a friend complaining about the way I address them in chat. Little does she know that I intentionally do it that way. tales. Woo! I said I would sing. I'm so upset the Aladdin TV series isn't on Disney Plus yet. It isn't, is it? That is weird. Because I remember that one being a big one. Like, it was on all the time. Huh. That is bizarre. Glad to see people who have been on YouTube for a while. I've been on YouTube for longer than I probably should be. Like good Disney stars are missing oddly. I mean, they have gargoyles, so you know, they got some really good ones. I think if Gargoyles wasn't on Disney Plus, people would riot. Only receiving the stingy wrath of Count Specula. I don't think I will. Spiders are cool. People are just cowards. I mean, I get it. It's just, yeah. Well, we don't play for 2 days. Suddenly, I'm just Aaron Nixie. You are just people now. It's the return of Tauberpa's crazy laugh since Barney the dinosaur thing. I'm not going that hard yet. Doesn't mean I won't, but I'm not that hard yet. I mean, without spiders, we wouldn't have Spider-Man. Exactly. And who doesn't love Spider-Man? JJ may not like Spider-Man, but we all do. Gargoyle is his big one for sure. Yep. Well, that was so dope. Arabian night, like Arabian day, or something like that. I don't remember the exact words. Hi Paul, it's me, the person from Tumblr that's been harassing you about apps you use and also thought you were from Canada during your Wind Waker stream. Oh. Well, hello. Welcome to the stream. As you can tell from the title of this video, I am on point. Hi Miku, welcome to the stream. First Spider-Man. What's your opinion on Nintendo finally releasing a Zelda title where you actually play a Zelda? It only took like almost 40 years. It hasn't been 40 years. I don't think it's been 30 years yet. Well, no, it's been more than 30 years. It has been about 35. 34 to 35. 34. I think Zelda came out 1989. So, yeah. But, yeah, no. But yeah, I was excited when I found out, oh, you get to play as Zelda. Awesome. I mean, I was more enthusiastic about that. I was, like, jumping for joy. But, yeah. Disney's going downhill recently. I mean, they're still making money, so... And they're still, they're still making some hits, even if it's not, you know, all of the same ones. Or all the ones that we want to see as hits. Let's see, what were the ones that were making a lot of money? Inside Out 2 and... what was it called? Deadpool and Wolverine? I haven't seen either of those yet, but I've heard that they were pretty popular. How's Quack Pack on Disney Plus? That is a good question. I saw that on there. Oh boy, that's interesting. I remember when I used to watch Quack Pack, and it's like, this is interesting. I kind of just watched it because it was the only one that was actually that was on at that time, but yeah. I remember a lot of these shows. I don't remember watching. Well, no. Reverse that. I remember watching a lot of these shows. I don't remember much of anything about them. You deleting your messages while I'm trying to read them, Mal? How dare you? How dare? It's like I need to drink some tea. Ah, that's some good slightly flavored water. Disney really went all out on duck contact there for a minute there. I mean, DuckTales was extremely popular when it came out. Like, ridiculously so. So they so they pretty much just thought, well, we keep trying all this other content, but it's not getting close to DuckTales. Let's try other duck content. And weirdly enough, it got attention, so I can't really say they were wrong about it. I don't like that they made that much duck content, but they did. Yes, Jerry Rodriguez, I see what you're saying. I'll show you human. Yeah, there are a lot of shows like that for me. Pretty much watched them when there was nothing else on. Yeah. By the way, I'm committed to the joke and the name. I see that. Ducks Rock. Oh, yeah. The Mighty Ducks, was that the one that had the Ducks Rock? Or was that something else? It could be something else. I don't know. Is that Quack Pack? I don't know. There's a lot. There's too many. Remember being confused why Iago was part of Aladdin's gang in the TV show. I only watched Return of Jafar later on. I saw Return of Jafar pretty much as soon as it came out, long before I saw the show, so I did see the thing with Iago joining him. Return of Jafar is weirdly one of the more tolerable Disney sequels. I think it's also the first one. Yeah, I think it's the first one. Like, it's not great, but I did enjoy it as a kid, so I can't say it was bad. So you're the only person in the world who likes Return of Jafar? No, I think there's a number of people who like it. No, you're right. And it was not the hockey movie. I've seen the hockey movie, too. The old one. Well, I don't know if there's a new one or not. I haven't been keeping up. With all the remakes and everything that come out, I don't bother keeping up anymore. The white screen you have drawn is so beautiful. I am staying on point with my title, okay? The title of this video. Fine. There. Now you have nothing to complain about. The show in Return of Jafar came out right around the time I was born. Ah. But yeah, Return of Jafar, Beauty and the Beast, the Christmas Carol, or whatever it was called. And I think The Little Mermaid 2? I think those are the three that I watched a lot as a kid. Like, I saw others, but I don't think I was really as interested in them as those three. Like, they weren't great, but they were passable. He's done it. It's been drawn. Oh, yeah, Lion King 2. That was also another one. Lion King 2. That actually might be one of the best ones. I still remember the... What's the song called? Deception? Or He Is Not One of Us? One or the other. I don't know what it was called, but I still remember that song. I thought it was a good song. Actually, a good chunk of the songs in that movie were good songs. Weirdly, though, a few of them felt very Christian rocky. If you listen to some of the lyrics, it's like I get what it's referring to with the movie, but if you take these out of context, some of these sound like Christian songs. They're talking about God and such, so that's a little interesting. Like the opening song for Lion King 2, if you listen to that out of context, it does sound like a Christian song. Which I thought was interesting. Heard of a show on Fox called Bob's Burgers? I have. I've tried watching it, but I didn't really get into it as much as other people. Other people are like, this is the funniest and most best thing ever, and I'm like, it's got a few good jokes. But I don't think it's my thing. Either that or I just didn't get to the good episodes. I don't know. It was very rare for a direct-to-tape sequel to be decent. I mean, a few of them were decent, but none of them were great or anything. Apparently, a Gargoyles live-action adaptation is in the... How and why? Keep it as violent and actually make Lexington gay like he was supposed to be. I mean, nowadays they can get away with it. They couldn't quite get away with it in the 90s. He's Not One of Us was a great song. It was. What do you think of the plot twist that Zelda was actually Link the whole time? It was interesting. Ooh, the sailing music. Yes, the sailing music. So many people complain about the sailing in Wind Waker. I loved it. Like, I used to have like a video rocker when I was a kid, and when I would play that game and just kind of rock in the video rocker, it was like I was bouncing on the waves. Actually, recently, I was on a boat and just kind of looking out at the waves while on the boat, and I just started humming this to myself, and it just made the experience so much better. It was amazing. I loved it. I've seen King of the Hill. King of the Hill is pretty good. Have you considered using art commissions? I've thought about it a few times, but I don't draw often enough to trust myself to take art commissions. If I ever actually get myself to sit down and work on my goddamn drawings, and I can do it consistently, then maybe I will start taking art commissions, but until then, I don't think it's a good idea. My Gargoyle live-action adaptation is going to be CGI'd to hell. I mean, that's kind of the only way they could do it. I mean, if it's Disney, they might be able to afford good CGI, but unfortunately, even for Disney, good CGI is kind of rare. Like, the best CGI characters I've ever seen are Thanos, and... is it Thanos? Yes, it's Thanos. And, what's his name? Davy Jones from, Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, those are the best CGI because they look the most real. In fact, I would say that Davy Jones looks better than Thanos, which is weird, since Thanos came out after Pirates of the Caribbean. So it's like, okay, so you're clearly not trying to make this good anymore. Why are you getting worse, Disney? But anyway. See a simple burger drawing, but you don't have to do it yet. I mean, I can make a quick burg. Ah, yes. The delectable Krabby Patty. Never played Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, but Phantom Hourglass Sailing was good. It had other issues. Yeah. I was gonna say Davy Jones. Did I not say Davy Jones? Did I say something wrong? What about Gollum? Gollum is not Disney, but yes. Gollum was extremely good as well. Like, he has huge fucking eyes that, you know, could never actually be on an actual person, and yet he still looked realistic as shit. I loved it. What about Barbossa? I mean, Barbossa was a great villain, but he wasn't really CG'd. Except his skeleton form, and I don't think his skeleton form was looked as good as Davy Jones did. Davy Jones was insane in hindsight. I know, he looked so good. Davy Jones is something special, but yeah, Thanos and Infinity War and Endgame specifically are great CGI characters. He kind of looked bad in the end credits scene in Age of Ultron. Yeah, I recently finally sat down and watched Age of Ultron, and when I saw Thanos, I'm like, ugh. Yeah, that was... ugh. But yeah, I finally watched Age of Ultron, and I'm like, yeah, I can see why people didn't like this movie. Like, there are things in it that I think could have worked really well, but yeah, no. They needed to rework that, Ultron's character, because he just wasn't good. Like, they were trying too hard to make him charming, and it ended up just making him just confusing his motivations. Like, there's literally a line where it's like, yeah, he hates you the most, talking to Tony Stark, and it's like, why does he hate Stark? What did Stark do? He literally made it so that he could exist. That's it. There's no other reason. Like, I don't know. It's dumb. It's really dumb. There are some really good Marvel movies, but yeah, the bad ones are bad. Which isn't saying much, because we all know that they're bad. That's why they're called the bad ones, but yeah. Whatever. Also, have you seen the PS5 Pro fiasco? I remember hearing about the announcement, and I'm like, I'm sorry, you're releasing the PS5 Pro when you hardly have any exclusive PS5 games, and you're only selling the digital version, not one that actually has the ability to play discs. and you're charging $700 for it. The Switch was $300 at release. And you're selling this at $400 more than that. Like, are you fucking shitting me? That's just... Ugh. Ugh. But yeah, the... And I've seen some people talk about the comparisons to the... graphics to PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 5 Pro. I don't know if they're accurate. Granted, I don't even know if the system is available to be bought yet. I just know it's been announced. But, I don't know. From the sounds of it, it doesn't really have that much of a difference in its graphics and the looks of its graphics, which, honestly, the PlayStation 4 has amazing looking graphics as is. I can't imagine the PlayStation 5 having that much better graphics, and the PlayStation 5 Pro, I just can't even fathom the idea of it having better graphics, so, I don't know. I just know I'm not going to buy it. I still haven't bought a PlayStation 5 Basic, because I have no reason to. Yeah, Civil War is the real Avengers too. Civil War is more of a Captain America movie, if you really think about it. Because the whole movie and everything, and the plot and everything happens around, because of and around Captain America. Like, all the other Avengers are included in it, but it's mostly about Captain America. And I do like that movie, it is good. Though I still say Winter Soldier is one of the best ones. Have you seen the extended Liar's Dice scene between Davy Jones and other buddy? Oh, you're talking about Will Turner? I have not seen the extended scene, no. Well, maybe I have, but I don't remember seeing it. Tired of the MCU in general. It's starting to become too much like the comics. Too much you gotta watch to understand a lot. That is true. You want to charge $700 for it? I know. That's just... Ugh. I only like about half of what Marvel puts out now. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, that was kind of me when it started. The only Marvel movies I liked in like the first bunch of Marvel movies was Iron Man and the Avengers movie. And there was like Iron Man, Iron Man 2, Captain America, Thor, and the Avengers movie? I think there was only 5. I could be wrong, but I think there was only 5 movies at that point. But of those 5, I only liked 2 of them. I didn't really care much for Thor. I've never really cared much for Thor movies. Like, I remember when Thor Ragnarok came out, and everyone's like, it's the best Marvel movie to ever come out! And I went to see it, and I'm like, are you sure? I guarantee you I've seen better ones than this. This isn't even close. Like, it's better than the first Thor movie that I saw, but I wouldn't say it's anywhere close to being a good one. I don't know. In lots of countries, the PS5 Pro is closer to $1,000 due to taxes. Yeah. It's gonna be crazy that week shut down Concord, released Astrobot, and announced the overpriced console. Yep. I love the, there's a video that someone did. I don't remember. I think it was like Circle Tune, I think is the name of the channel. They did a little cartoon of that. It's very funny. But yeah, basically, we shut down Concord, then we're gonna release Astrobot to critical acclaim, and then we're gonna announce this overpriced console. Yay! Like, wow. Sony be crazy. Don't think, really. I I don't really think graphics can really go that much further at this point. I mean, they can. The problem is it's so expensive, and companies aren't getting enough money on the return for these games because they focus so much on the graphics, and then the game is just not that much fun. So, you know, Nintendo made a good call by not caring about graphics and instead just focusing on making decent games to play. Just good-looking, stylized games that are fun to play. And it's like, look at how good Nintendo's going. Like, yeah. I am kind of hoping that the Switch 2, or whatever it's called, is going to have a little bit better of a graphics card. Like, it doesn't need to be, like, PlayStation 5 quality, but I am hoping for it to be at least a little bit better than the Switch's. I'll go over the things I'm hoping for the Switch 2 in a bit. I'm just going to try to catch up on chat here. I keep going off on tangents because, you know, ADHD brain. By the way, I found out I have ADHD. That was something I was wrestling with for the first half of the year. It's like, oh, I have ADHD. How do I deal with that? I don't know how to deal with that. Oh, buddy. Like, it all makes sense now. But now I've got a whole bunch of new problems. Then when I finally figured out how to handle it, that's when the episode came out. So you're welcome. Let me see here. From the comparison vid I saw, the graphics are barely noticeably different. It was like a really hard spot the difference game. I mean, I kind of feel that way between the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, so yeah. PS5 and Xbox One are the most pointless console generations of all time. We're hitting a graphical and technical dead end. Yeah. Yes, Will Turner, my brain cell failed me. Ah. There was also a Hulk movie, but it's not that great. I mean, I don't think the Hulk movies were ever part of the Disney MCU. I think those were made before the official MCU movies started going around. I like Thor Ragnarok. It's the best Thor movie, but yeah. I mean, I'm glad you like it. I just wasn't that impressed with it. Iron Man, Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America, and the Avengers. Ah. Well, I like 2 of those. A lot of people like to throw in the phrase style over substance, but style can in fact add a lot of substance. Yeah, yeah it can. Look at the Zelda games. Looks what happens when you don't focus on being as realistic as fuck. Welcome to the ADHD club. Apparently I've been here for a while, I just never knew where I was. The Switch 2, aka the lever? Is that an official name? I've only ever heard that we haven't gotten an official name yet. Everyone has ADHD now, the YouTube generation, then the TikTok generation will make it worse. That's why I don't go on TikTok. Well, actually, there's a number of reasons why I don't go on TikTok. Mainly, I just don't care for it. Okay, that's caught up with the chat. Okay, talking about my hopes for the Switch 2. One sec. Hope number 1. Better graphics card. Sorry if my spelling is a little weird. The sensitivity is really high. But yeah, better graphics card. Excuse me. But I would like to see the Switch 2, like, it only makes sense that the Switch 2 would have a better graphics card. That way, like, I don't need games to look realistic, but I've seen a number of stylized game footage for games on the Switch that look like they could have definitely used a little better graphics power to them. So I do think a better graphics card would be really good. And Can't Show Me Rocks mentioned one of the things here, I just noticed. Backwards. I'm not going to write the whole word. Blah. I forgot the... I added a letter there. But, backwards compatibility, because that way... I think that's just a good idea, because that way people who buy a Switch 2, that way they can be like, oh, if you don't have a Switch, you can get a Switch 2 and buy all the Switch games that you've been missing out on and be able to play them. That's always a good thing. Backwards compatibility is always a good thing because it allows people to have access to a larger library of games at the start of the release. And that's always a good thing. I don't go on TikTok, but I feel like YouTube Shorts isn't better. It isn't better. It's kind of the same. It is the same. But, I don't know. I just like the look of stuff on YouTube better than TikTok. That's just me. But, yeah. No. Sorry. Focusing on Switch 2. But yes, a better graphics card to just improve the look of games just by a little bit. Doesn't have to be realistic. Just has to look a little better, I think. Backwards compatibility to open up the library a bit more. And, number 3, I think a lot of people are gonna want this one. Fix the Joy-Con drift. Like, I think a lot of people are like, please fix this. There's no reason this can't be fixed. You've had controllers before that have not had this problem. Please fix that. Now, granted, I have never had this issue, but that's because I don't really play on my Joy-Cons. I have a Pro controller. So I usually play on the screen, so I don't really have to worry about the Joy-Cons having issues. I haven't had any issues with the Joy-Cons. I think there was one time I was having issues, but then I just like cleaned them, and that worked. But yes, if they get rid of Joy-Con drift, that's going to fix a lot of problems that people have with it. But yes, and another thing that's not really a problem for me, because I usually keep my Switch docked and I play on a monitor or a television screen. But one thing that I think they should do, which I think they will do, for the Switch is a bigger screen, so that you know, just a bigger screen would be nice. Like, being able to see things a little bit better on the screen when you're playing is nice. Bigger screens are always appreciated. And there's a second reason I want the bigger screen, but I'll get to that in a minute. But yes, it's not a big problem for me. Again, I am unique. Well, not unique, but I'm not in the majority. I'm in the minority. There we go. That's the word. I'm in the minority. I don't deal with Joy-Con drift because I use a Pro controller. I don't really care much about the bigger screen because I play on a monitor or TV anyway. But, doesn't the OLED model have one? I think the OLED model does have a bigger screen. I never bought one, but I think I've heard that the OLED model does have a bigger screen. But hopefully, yeah, the official Switch 2 has a just as big, if not a bigger screen than the OLED does. Yes, they can't make the screen too big. I do agree, Can't Show Me Rocks. But a bigger screen than, you know, the basic Switch, like what I have, I think a lot of people would like. And again, this isn't something I care about because of the way I play my Switch. But it is something that a lot of people do care about. So, Joy-Con drift, get rid of that. Bigger screen for some people. Again, it can be just OLED sized or maybe a little bit bigger, but not too big because, again, you got to carry it around. Better graphics card. Graphics cards, like, the more powerful they are, the bigger they usually are, so that can deal with weight issues. So I understand why they, you know, can't have, like, a humongous, you know, super powerful graphics card on their handheld system, but, you know, slightly better one than the Switch would be appreciated. Backwards compatibility to open up the library and make it better. And now we're getting into stuff that I think would be a good idea, but, you know, depends on people. And this goes into, like, the backwards compatibility. And that is a touch screen. Because a touch screen, not only would this allow for games to, for more innovation with games, like the DS and the 3DS, those had a lot of very innovative games with the touch screen, and it was great. And the thing about that is, you could then also resell your DS and 3DS titles on the Switch too. And because it would have a bigger screen, you could, like, have, you know, the top screen at the top of the bigger screen and the bottom screen on the bottom of the screen, or however you want to set it up, like, however they program it or design it. But I think that would allow for, like, new gamers or younger gamers, whatever, to get to experience a lot of the older games. Experience your older gamer. You can just go onto YouTube for that. But the Switch already has a touch. It does? I don't think mine does. One sec. I'm gonna pull this thing out. I don't think mine has a touchscreen. Oh shit, it does. Well, fuck me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Never mind. Don't mind me, just the idiot talking here. Oh, I'm an idiot. Well, don't mind me being a fool. Excuse me while I just cook these eggs on my face. Yes, Ryan Penguin. Well, this is awkward. Do you mean a dual screen? No, I think just having it be a touchscreen is good. But again, Switch has a touchscreen apparently. I haven't really seen it used for anything, so I don't know. That being said, though, it would limit the 3DS a bit, because you wouldn't be able to play the DS or 3DS games when it's hooked up to a television. You'd have to have it in handheld form. But that's, I don't think, a bad thing. Anyway. Sorry, my entire point has just been thrown out the window, so, you know. You see, this is why you shouldn't listen to me, take me too seriously, because most of the time I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I am the older gamer. Quick erase it, then we can pretend it never happened. Too late. It is too late. No worries, I think only Super Mario Maker 2 took advantage of the touchscreen. I wouldn't know. I don't think I ever played Super... No, I never played Mario Maker. If they had dual screens, then yeah, 3DS and 3DS would work. Yeah, but I don't think they would need dual screens. Again, you can play 3DS or DS games at least on the Wii U. I know, because I've downloaded some. But you can play them on the Wii U. They're on the tablet, if you want to call it that. I don't know what it's called. The controller, the screen controller. Like, you can play them on there. And both of the screens fit onto that one screen, but yeah. Draw an egg, then put it on your face. But anyway, yeah. I thought that was such a good idea when I thought of it. And now I just feel like a fool. Yeah, but no one expects me ever bought that system. I mean, I have it. I have the Wii U. I mean, that's how I play Wind Waker HD, because I have a Wii U. Granted, I don't have a lot of games for it, because they didn't make a lot of good games for it, in my opinion. But I get to play Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD, a few other games, I'm sure. I have a few, like, games I bought off of the eShop store before it was closed down. I think I have Super Mario RPG on it, actually. I really should play it sometime. But yeah. I remember when the Wii U was announced, and I thought it was such a good idea having the ability to switch the like TV screen down to a controller screen, because I grew up with only one television, and I had to share it with, like, all of us had to share it, my parents, my siblings, and I'm the youngest, so, you know, TV privileges was something I had to give up a lot. So I thought that was such a good idea, but times changed. Most people have at least 2 televisions. One that's for, like, the parents or family movie night or something, and another one for the kids. That's usually that's most households from what I understand nowadays. But back then we only had one. So the system made sense to me, but it didn't, but it was like, I think a couple of decades too late. I have the PS Vita, basically Sony's Wii U. Oh yeah, I heard I kept hearing about the PS Vita and having a lot of good games, and people. I keep hearing about people who played it, but I don't know. I never met any people in IRL that played the PS Vita or had a PS Vita. Like, I don't know. Well, that's the rest of my tea. The Wii U could have been so great if it was compatible with GameCube games too. Yeah, but Nintendo doesn't usually go back that far. Which doesn't make sense. Like, the game... Well, actually, no. I was going to say the Game Boy Advance didn't go back to original Game Boy games, but I think it did, actually. I think I'm thinking of the DS. The DS was able to play Game Boy Advance games, but for some reason it couldn't play Game Boy Color games. At least I don't remember if... I don't think it could. I think I tried to play my Pokemon Silver in my DS one time, and it just didn't work. So yeah. I like my PS Vita a lot, but Sony treated it terribly. I'm sorry to hear that. But I'm glad you like the system. But yeah. Anyways, back to the Switch 2. What else would be a good thing for the Switch 2? Like, again, the 4 things here, like, those are good enough. Honestly, I think if it's just the Switch with a better graphics card, I think most people would be happy with that. And, of course, taking away the Joy-Con drift. I think a lot of people would be really happy with that. And, of course, I would like backwards compatibility because, again, I like the option of being able to take my old library and add it to my new system. Even if there are some games that I can't actually transfer, like, say, on my Switch, I have the Grandia HD collection. I can't that's a downloaded game. That's not, I don't have the physical copy of that. I've looked up the physical copy of that. It's fucking expensive on eBay. But, yeah, I'd have to buy it again and pay more money for it, which I don't want to do. But, yeah, I'm sorry, I've lost my train of thought. There'd be some, like, downloaded games that I wouldn't really be able to do quite so much, but, I have, like, I think it's 30 physical Switch games that I own, so I've got quite a library of games to play on it if I need to. Yes, I'm looking forward to the Switch 2. I'm hoping they don't add some weird gimmick that completely ruins the system. Because they have done that before, and I do not care for it. So hopefully that does not be the case. Let's see here. Yeah, the Game Advance was compatible with all Game Boy games, which is why the Game Boy Advance SP is one of the greatest handhelds of all time. I mean, I never owned an SP. I had a Game Boy Advance, and the SP just played Game Boy Advance games, but it had a light-up screen. Like, that's not a novelty nowadays, but back then that was a huge deal because it was such a pain in the ass trying to play those games on that goddamn screen and trying to find the correct light to see the damn games. I still loved it, but yeah. I was so happy when I got a DS and it had a light-up screen, and I'm like, oh, beautiful. Truly exquisite. PS Vita had the unfortunate issue of coming out at the same time as the PS4. Ah. That'd do it. Use my PS Vita to play PS1 games? Yeah. That's fair enough. Better CPU, so more demanding games don't suffer from frame drops would be nice. I mean, that's probably still going to happen because, again, you can't make the Switch 2 too heavy. But yeah, that would be nice. Draw stream. I come back to a list, smiley face, and a burger. I mean, it's more than what the title recommends. Or suggests. 3DS ran the Vita over. At least Nintendo got even at Sony for what the PS4 did to the Wii U. Yeah, fair enough. The fuck did I miss? You missed the discussion about the Switch 2. I played almost the entirety of Grandia 1 on my PS Vita. Nice. It's a good game. I loved it. Well, impressive. I probably got around 50 physical games, but who's counting? Yeah, I'd probably have more, honestly, if I wasn't so stingy with my money. But I am very stingy with my money, so like, at this point, I'm kind of just waiting till the Switch 2 comes out, and, like, the pricing and resale value of all the Switch games drops to a point where I can actually afford them. Like, that, I'm making a list of Switch games that's like, I want to buy this, I want to buy this, I want to buy this, but I'm only going to buy them when the price drops. So I'm probably going to have a lot more Switch games after the Switch 2 comes out, which, again, backwards compatibility. A great idea. Please do it. Remember the base game Boy Advance? I did get SP later, and it was mind-blowing. Yeah. SP didn't just have a light-up screen, it also had the first rechargeable Nintendo hand. That's right, it did. I burned through so many batteries as a kid. Like, damn. Trying to play the Game Boy in the car at night. Yeah, I had to turn on the light in the car, and even then it was really difficult to see. Ugh. But yeah, I did try to do that. That's fine. I've been buying less games since 2023. Like, I can count on probably one hand how many games I bought for it from then to now. Yeah. FE Engage, Tears of the Kingdom, Mario Wonder, Princess Peach Showtime, and Echoes of Wisdom, yeah. Let's see. I have Unicorn Overlord, Tears of the Kingdom. I know I've bought more than that since then, but I do not remember. Shit, I don't remember. But, yeah, again, I'm very stingy with my money. I say that considering the game I've been playing since July, but Sorry, I just remembered. Yeah, I've been playing this game since July. The second I say its name, you're all gonna be like, how do you have any money left? It's like, because I don't spend a lot. Like I said, stingy. But, I've been playing Zenless Zone Zero, which is a game made by the same people who made Genshin Impact. That should tell you all you need to know. I've been playing it since release on July. Pretty much every single day. At least doing dailies, but yeah. That's the game I've been getting into. Why is it so warm in here? I turned on the goddamn air conditioning. Microtransaction game? Not. Well. Would you consider it a microtransaction game? I consider it a gambling game. But, I thankfully have been able to keep from spending too much money on it. It's like 15 bucks a month for like rewards that give you like the most for your money. And I don't mind spending that much on it because it's like I play it so often that 15 bucks a month isn't really that big of a deal. I heard a lot about ZZZ, but I'm a stick with Genshin. I spent too much to change. Fair enough. Zenless Zone Zero, we know why you've been playing that game so much. Perfectly understandable. The animation in that game is amazing. And I love, like, the comic book style cutscenes. Like, I was taking screenshots of those, and I'm like, my gosh, the colors, the way they color things, the eyes? Have you looked at the eyes of the characters? Like, those are fucking beautiful. Like, I've been studying those things to be like, how do they apply color here? How do they apply color there? It's just so fucking good. I love it. But, yeah, it's so fucking beautiful. And I also really enjoy the character design, too. Like, some of the character designs are just absolutely fun. Like, I tried playing Genshin, and I like the story. The gameplay's okay. I'm blanking on her name, but, the mascot character. Shit, I'm goddamn brain farts. Paimon, that's her name. Paimon, is honestly my favorite character, because she's just a lot of fun. But, I didn't really care much for the character design for, like, your pullable characters and all that, and the playable characters and all that. Like, I looked at them and they're like, they're okay, but I really don't care much about these designs. And then I saw Zenless Zone Zero, and it's like, fucking Billy looks fucking sick! Like, holy fuck! Like, seriously, look up Billy from Zenless Zone Zero. He's this robot dude, and he's this dumbass loser, but he looks so fucking cool. And also him being a dumbass loser just is frosting on the cake because it's just so much fun. I have a big smile on my face every time I get to listen to his character. But yes, like I went from Genshin Impact, where I didn't really care much about like, the characters, to Zenless Zone Zero, where it's like, the majority of these characters I fucking love. It's the same as Genshin, it's a gambling game. I mean, it is. It is. Like, you can choose not to spend money on it, but you're gonna have a hard time getting the characters you want if you don't. So, yeah. I mean, you'll still have a hard time getting the characters even if you spend money on it, but you'll have less of a hard time. Does it have anime boob physics? Oh, yes it does. They go all over the fucking place. I sent a video to a friend of mine, and I'm just like, the characters are so much fun. Like, I love the voice acting. Like, it's all just a great show. And she just replied, those anime boob physics are all over the place. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess they are doing that. I think I've just gotten so used to it, I don't even notice anymore. Recently there was a character trailer with a seductive demon girl and her tail just looks incredible. Oh, right. The Jane Doe. She's actually a rat. She's actually a rat girl. But she has like a little decoration on the end of her tail that looks like it's a demon spade. So yeah, I understand the confusion. But yeah, if there was ever a thirst trap character in the game, that was it. I did try pulling her. I didn't get her though. But I got a better character afterward. I really like Caesar. Caesar is a lot of fun. I love her. I love her character. Like she's so fucking dumb, you guys. She's so fucking dumb. She's like shonen anime protagonist stupid, and I just love it. Paimon, her name is Emergency Food. Oh, that's right. You know, I forgot. My brain just, wasn't working. Does he yell a lot too? Kind of, but in a fun, enjoyable kind of way. It was very distracting. I mean, I guess for you it was. For me, I'm just used to it. It's like I'm paying more attention to the characters and their dialogue rather than, what direction the boobs are going. It's like, this is just normal for me at this point. I don't question it anymore. I don't even notice it anymore. It's just... them's the boobs. That's it. I've spent a few thousand in Genshin. Oh. You poor soul. And I have nowhere near everything you can gamble for Genshin. I saw a Twitter post of someone showing off that they had every single character that was out at the time. And I'm like, how the fuck did you actually manage that? And I'm like, how much money do you have? Like so many of these people are the people who complain about, living paycheck to paycheck. And then they talk about, I've spent so much money on this gambling game. And I'm like, motherfucker, it's no fucking wonder that you live paycheck to paycheck. I mean, I understand that's not always the case, but whenever I hear someone lives paycheck to paycheck and then they admit to doing stuff like that, I'm like, you're not making a good case for yourself. Like, I've met people who live paycheck to paycheck and they have an actual reason for it, but then I see people like you and I'm like, shut the fuck up. You have no right to complain. You've done this to yourself. The only game I played that was like that was Final Fantasy Dissidia model game. Huh. I've never played it. I've heard about it, but I've never played it. Oh, you poor sweet child. Yes. Most I know about Zenless Zone Zero is the pink-haired, big-boobed girl, Nicole, I think. Yep, that would be Nicole. I think she's the only one with pink hair so far. So, yeah. There's a number of characters with white hair. A few blondes. Green hair. I live in a cardboard box. Well, now we know why. I've recently upgraded to having insulation on it. Ah, yes. We've had a cardboard box. What about second cardboard box? It's a slightly bigger one that you put the first one into. That's what we call insulation. Used to live paycheck to paycheck, but that's because I live in New York. Oh, yeah. No, that's... Oof. My condolences. Oof. I can't imagine living in New York. Character with pink hair, it really is anime. I mean, it's all based on anime. But yeah. Of the exclusive banner characters, I'm only missing 2 that have come out so far. It was the ones in the recent update, the 1.1 update. Which really was kind of disappointing, actually. Like, after finishing Chapter 3 in the initial release of the game, it's like, man, this is getting a little interesting. We mostly just, you know, introduce these groups of characters. We haven't really progressed too much in plot. Like, there's a little bit of plot being dropped here and there. I can't wait to see what else comes. And then 1.1 comes out, and it's like, this has nothing to do with the plot of the previous chapters, and even the main character is not even involved in the story. And it's like, oh, okay, thanks, I guess. I mean, it was fun, but I'm a little disappointed. And then this one comes out, and it's like, okay, this kind of does the same thing that the previous chapters did. 1.2 came out, but it kind of does the same thing as the chapters and the initial release did. But I really like the characters, and I really like the story a lot more than the 1.1. And it's somewhat main plot related, though not by a lot. Like, that's a little disappointing. It's not by a lot, but it is better. I do think it is better. Let's see here. The only gacha games I've ever played were Genshin, Fate Grand Order, and Digimon Re-Arise. Re-Arise? Them Digimon better re-arise for me. No. 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 No, I have that image in my head. I don't want it. No. Let's move on. I don't even live in the city either. I live in the suburbs. Ooh. Again, my condolences. Yeah, NY here is expensive as hell, and I thought Toronto was bad. Yeah. I hear some horror stories about everywhere in California, so... I don't know. By the way, look up Shumon. New Digimon made for the card game. You'll love it. I will Google that now. Is it a shoe? It's a shoe. Aw, it's kind of cute actually. It's just a little guy who lives in a shoe. He's kind of cute. It's like a little mouse in a shoe. And the shoe has an eye in the mouth, which is kind of weird, but, you know, it's Digimon, so that's normal. But yeah, cute. I like it. This is why Arnold should still be king? Who's Arnold? I feel like I'm missing something, Nevitz. Sorry. Digimon actually made that South Park joke come true. I'm not sure I want to know that South Park joke. I don't think I want to know. Oh, jeez. I'm starting to feel my voice give out a little bit, so... I don't know how long I'll be staying here, but I still want to talk for a little bit. I do need to make supper soon, though. I think maybe... close to a half hour I got left. Hi, Lindsay Bot. Welcome to the stream. You said California. Ah. I wouldn't know about his policies and stuff in California. I barely know the policies where I live. It's been a while. So glad I was able to make it this stream. On the stream. In case you're wondering about the list, we were talking about the things we hope for the Switch 2. A better graphics card, backwards compatibility with Switch games, removal of the Joy-Con drift, like fixing that, and a bigger screen. So, not anything too big, but stuff we hope for. No dinner, only talk. Some of us miss talking to you. I have a limit to how long I can talk, my friend. My voice can give out. Nothing bad in the parody of Pokemon. There was one called Shu. Ah. So So what else would you like from the Switch 2? I wonder, like, $450 price tag. I'm hoping it's only $400. Like, $300 to $400, I hope would be about the price. Because the Switch, when it was released, was only $300. I say only, that's still a lot, but it was only $300. So I'm hoping $400 is the limit. And especially if they want to really stick it to Sony and Xbox, like, keep it at around $400. Because keeping it affordable for people helps sell the system. Cool, I want a better battery life. Yes, I suppose that would be an issue too. Again, I usually play my Switch docked, so a lot of stuff doesn't really affect me. The battery life, the Joy-Con drift, and the bigger screen. Like, mine is usually docked, and I use a Pro Controller, so I don't have a lot of the problems that other people have, but I still recognize the problems that people have. So yeah. I feel like the handheld model dies on me really quickly, but maybe that's just my opinion. I mean, it doesn't last a long time, but I don't... When I have played it undocked, like in handheld mode, it didn't feel like it's lasted unreasonable amount of time. But again, I could be wrong. And here in Canada at $4.50 with tax when released, so yeah, I suppose Canadian with Canadian money it would be more. My condolences. Also, it needs a pack in game, like Wii Sports was. A pack in game. Oh, right, a game that comes with it. Right. Sorry. That took me a second. Apparently ladle models made the battery life better, but I never had an issue with battery life myself. I usually play dock too, but sometimes I like to take it on the go. Yeah. Again, I do that too, but I don't tend to play it a lot when I'm on the go. And usually I'm near a place where I can just plug it in, and I usually take the charger with me. I'm just used to doing that with the DS and 3DS, so I'm just taking the charger with me. It goes where the Switch goes. Nintendo Land 2, babe, that game is underrated. I don't think I ever played it. I've heard of it. I don't think I ever played it, though. But yeah, I'm, excuse me. Sorry. I've been talking too much. It's wearing myself out. Yeah, I'm hoping we hear about the Switch sometime soon. One thing I remember hearing about the Pokemon AZ Legends game, like everyone was like, "Oh man, they're gonna take a year to put it out." Man, or Game Freak is finally learning their lesson, and I'm like, I don't think Game Freak's learning their lesson. And then I watched an Arlo video about it, and he mentioned something that makes absolute sense to me. I think the new Pokemon Legends game was being made for the Switch 2, and Nintendo was originally going to release it in 2024, but then they moved the date back, and so Pokemon had to move the date back. I don't think Pokemon would have done that if they didn't have to. So we might get an actual decent game, as long as they keep developing it while they wait for it to be able to be released. If they don't, then it's just going to be another unfinished piece of crap. But I have hope. Hope keeps me going. like, Legends 2 Arceus, or not Legends 2, Pokemon Legends Arceus was a fun game. I just wish it had a lot more polish than what it did. And hopefully the next one will, but I'm not gonna bet money on it. I'm just gonna hope for it. But the backwards compatibility is such a good idea. I really want to be able to play Wind Waker HD on Switch at the very least. Yes! Please! Sell Wind Waker again. More people must play this absolute gem of a game. So it blows my mind that the Super Nintendo came with Super Mario World included. Oh, it did! I was too young when that came out. We never had a Super Nintendo. We had an NES. Wait, we had an Atari, then an NES. Then we went into Nintendo 64. And then I kind of had to buy my own games, which I could only afford the handheld games. I still remember when fucking Game Boy Advance and DS games were $30 to $40, and that was the maximum. Or that was around the max price in the US. I should specify in the US. Some of you are from Canada, but I still remember those days, and I'm like, this I find affordable. Now it's like $60 to $70 for the new handheld, and it's like, this less affordable. I mean, it's still great games, really good, but why does it need to be $70? It really doesn't need to be $70. Stop selling games at $70, damn it. So blows my mind that... Oh, wait, I already read that one. Well, I think that ship has sailed, pun intended. I can hope. Would you rather have unlimited bacon, but no video games, or have unlimited video games, but no games? What? I think you mean no bacon. And I've actually cut down any consumption of bacon due to trying to lose some weight. Which, I looked in the mirror not too long ago, and I'm like, I think I'm noticeably, like, better. I'm not going to say skinnier or thinner, but definitely better. My belly doesn't look as bloated. So, I'm very happy with that. Like, I'm not fat or anything, like, not even close, but I have been getting a little whiter in the midriff. And I'm trying to prevent getting whiter in the midriff. I also need to reduce my cholesterol intake. I had labs done when I made the appointment to see somebody about confirming if I have ADHD or not. And most of the lab work came back as, you're in a really good shape, except this one thing that has to do with your cholesterol. And it's like, well, and that's 3 months after I've already been cutting out most of the processed food in my diet. Great! Great to know! But I occasionally treat myself still, but it's not as often. Which I'm fine with. So yeah, no, I would rather take unlimited video games. To answer your question. I mean, Scarlet and Violet would have been great if it was only released in a better state. It would have been great if it was, like, fucking finished. If they actually finished the damn game. They didn't. They sent out a glitchy mess that wasn't done and called it a finished game, and then barely put any updates to it. I will get Wind Waker and Twilight Princess again. Same! Same! One of the reasons why I would really like for the 3DS games to be sold on the Switch 2 is because then we would be able to play Ocarina of Time 3DS, which is the best version of Ocarina of Time. Like, I know a lot of people are dissing on Ocarina of Time now, which is, you know, understandable. It hasn't aged very well. It's not terribly amazing, honestly. Let's be perfectly honest and adult about this. But it's still a fun game. I still enjoyed it growing up, and the 3DS version was so damn good. And I'd like that to be available again. They don't need to bring back Majora Mask 3DS. That can die. Just don't sell that ever again. But Ocarina of Time 3DS, absolutely would buy again. Let's see here. I have Wind Waker HD for my Wii U, but again, the options to have it on the go. Yep, I would love that. I kind of prefer the GameCube version of Wind Waker. The HD version has a bit too much bloom for me. I mean, at first I thought that, but I got used to it, and it still looks pretty good. I also like that the Triforce Shard quest is a lot better. Like, it's still not great, and it still has problems, but it's better. Damn bacon, why it's gotta taste so good but be so bad for you. I know, right? Play is fun, the story and whatnot is great. But yeah, they needed to fix the damn frame rate and the bugs, which they fixed a lot of them, but not even close to all. I still don't think they fixed a lot of them. There's still glitches with the landscaping and pop-ups with all of it, and it's like, like, people have done mods that make it look finished without taking up much more space or anything, or even much more graphics power or anything. And it's like, you really couldn't do that. Sorry, I have a lot of issue with Scarlet and Violet. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to beat the dead horse, but the horse keeps looking at me funny, and it's asking for it. I've been playing Epic Mickey Rebrushed since that came out recently. I love the original version when it came out, and I've been having a wonderful time. Good for you. I've never actually played Epic Mickey, but I've heard that a lot of people like that one. What was wrong with Majora's Mask 3DS? Well, what was right with it? They changed how the bosses work. They changed around, I think, some of the puzzling. They tried to make the water temple easier, which I don't mind that one so much, but the swimming is so much worse. The swimming is so much worse. It's just, I'm sorry, it's just bad. And of course the bosses, like I said. Like, I liked the idea of putting on the giant's mask and basically just, you know, wrestling the giant worms down. That seemed like a lot of fun, but it's just, I don't know. They made a lot of stupid decisions with the bosses. Wow, you hate eyeballs, but then again, I'm the one person on the planet who doesn't really like Majora's Mask that much. I mean, again, I've never finished Majora's Mask, but I've played it. I just, yeah, that's it. It's fine, I like the game, but I swear it's impossible to defend. Yeah. The horse keeps looking at me funny, it's asking for it. Tauberpa 2024. Yep. One time when I was playing Scarlet, a mountain briefly lost its texture and turned into a wireframe. Yeah, that'll happen. That'll happen. Uh-oh. Oh, jeez. A friend of mine lives down south and got hit with Hurricane Helen. And apparently the power is going to be out until the 5th of October. Ick. I mean, where I live, we literally have blizzards where the snow gets up to like 6 feet, and it doesn't take that long for the power to get restored. Damn. The South sucks. I apologize to everyone. I would apologize to everyone who lives in the South, but you know. You know. Anyway. Also, in a game where so many Pokemon need to walk a lot to evolve, they should be able to keep up with you, but they don't. I know! I know! It's not that hard to like, it cannot be that hard to make it so that the Pokemon following you is just, like, tracking directly behind you. It cannot be that hard to do. I'm sorry. There's no excuse for that. There really isn't. I'm sorry. I need to step away from Pokemon. I'm gonna get too mad otherwise. The South sucks. As someone from the South? Yes. You are correct, sir! I remember when Texas had Snowmageddon with like 2 inches. I mean, I get that their houses and everything wasn't built to handle snow. Like, it's built for warmer weather. It's like, where I live, if we get like really warm temperatures and everyone's like, oh, it gets warmer down here. And it's like, yeah, but your houses aren't fucking insulated to shit. Our houses are insulated to shit. It gets warm up here and we roast inside our own houses. Anyway. But yeah. Nature, you know? It's a thing. We gotta deal with what we regularly have, and we can't always handle every type of weather that comes our way. Just the ones that are most common. Can't be that hard. Correct, it's not that hard. Which is why games like Digimon don't suffer from that. Yeah. As a Canadian, I melt in heat. I know. Like, I'm not in Canada, but I'm close enough. And yeah, the heat is just... Ugh. Blech. Like, everyone's like, oh man, I hate that winter's coming. It's like, at least we're prepared for winter. We can handle the cold and the snow. When it gets fucking hot out, it's like... Guess you'll just have to fucking deal, bitch. Either that or spend a fucking fortune on AC, but... Or on the electricity for AC, but, you know... My ex is from the South, from Florida. Ugh. I'm so... Tell your ex that I am sorry for them. I have a friend from Florida. Had no good things to say about it. I'm Spanish. I can handle heat, but I still hate it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the weather. Very peculiar. Especially at night. Oh, the humidity. It gets so humid around here. Like during the summer. It's like, ugh. Like, my parents have the right idea. They have like 3 humidifiers in their basement. They're always running. One of them fills up like in a day. Like sometimes less than a day. You have to keep track of it because it leaks. But like it leaks when it's full. So you have to keep checking on it. Give me all the blankets and sweatshirts. I want to be cozy, damn it. Yep. Oh, it's cold and snowy. I guess I'll just stay inside like I was gonna do anyway. Exactly. Who needs the outside? The outside is for strange people. Welcome to the stream, Nero. Nice to have you here. But yeah, the weather. It sucks. I need to work on my script again. Like, I've got all these ideas for the next episode, but I haven't actually, like, been able to connect them all together and fully type out the episode yet. Like, most of the ideas for the episode are already thought out. I just need to actually write them down. We'll see how that goes. Like, one of the best things about figuring out that I had ADHD was that I finally found a way to make scheduling work for me so that I could actually get shit done. By the way, you're welcome for the last episode of my bridge series, because the thing that got that done was me figuring out how to deal with the ADHD. Like, it was mostly that last scene where I had to draw out everything for it. And it's like, yes, I need to draw all this out. That shouldn't take me too long. Like, almost half a year later, it's like, oh shit. I'm not getting it done. Then I finally figured that out, and it's like, oh, this is suddenly very easy to do. Well, damn. But yes, yeah, figuring that out was a big, big help for me. And I finally got the episode done, and I was happy about it. By the way, speaking of the last episode, I've noticed a few people thinking that the next episode's going to be the final episode. It's like, why do they think that? Oh, is it because they didn't get the in-joke that I was doing at the end there? Because the end joke, or the joke at the end of the episode, the to be continued later. That's a joke that was running throughout the entire episode, but if you blink, you miss it. During every single transition in the episode, it was one blank later, like one interrupting transition later, one boat ride later, or something like that, or one talking boat later. Like, that was every single transition, and then at the end of the episode, it's one to be continued later. Like, it's just a running joke in that episode that I'm probably never going to repeat. But that probably made people think, oh, there's only going to be one more episode. It's like, no, there's going to be two. There's going to be the Triforce Shard quest, and then there's going to be the final battle. Like, I've got a lot of jokes for the Triforce Shard quest this time around, you guys. I know I skipped that when I first did it with my original Wind Waker series, but that's because I didn't really have any jokes for it, and I didn't really want to go through it. But yes, I have, like, a number of jokes ready to share for the Triforce Sword quest. This episode's going to be a little more joke-heavy, a little, well, I guess all my episodes are joke-heavy, but this one's going to be focused a little more on jokes than the previous 2 or 3 episodes. The last 3 episodes, like, the big things in those were going to be episode 8 was focused on the moment with Ganondorf and his whole shtick. Episode 9 was focused on Link and King Red Lions having their talk. Episode 10 was me building up to the big confrontation with Fi. Fi, Fo Fum, whatever you want to call her. But yeah. This next episode is going to be a little more focused on just making jokes, because, I mean, there's going to be some stuff, some plot relevant stuff in it and whatnot, but it's mostly the jokes. No plot, only jokes. There's going to be some plot, just, it's not going to be as big of a thing for this next episode as it is for the others. No, I'm saving all of that for the final episode. It's gonna, I mean, I hope it's going to be. There's going to be a lot of stuff I have to do for that one. Like, I plan to do something that I have not done before. I'm not going to say what it is, but there's something I've been wanting to do since Spirit Tracks Abridged that I kept putting off and just never doing. And I know if I don't do it this show, it's never going to get done. So I want to at least try to do it. So The next episode should hopefully come out soon-ish. I don't know. I'm not going to promise anything. Every time I say that it's going to come out soon, it ends up taking a fucking year. But, the final episode, that's going to take a while. That's going to take me a long fucking while. Like, I would not, even if I am, like, actively, like, working on that episode, it's probably going to take me a year, if not longer. So, be prepared for that one. Although you guys are kind of used to it by now. The last episode took me almost 2 years to get done. Ugh. But, oh well. What can you do? I need to watch everything again. Well, no better time to do it. Nice. Plot? What's that? It's on the backside. No. We need an episode where all characters are just doing bad stand-up comedy. I mean, that's kind of what's happening next episode. Hype? Question mark? Maybe? I hope I can get it done. We'll see. If I can do it, it should hopefully be really awesome. But if I can't do it, well, I'll still try to make it as entertaining as possible for you guys. I'll do the best that I can, and that's all I can promise. Any other promises are laid to the side. Never to be seen again. Sorry, this song. It just sounds like a guy going... I love it. I have alcohol and all the time in the world. I should not be tested. Oh no. Been following since the original Wind Waker bridge. I am not going anywhere anytime soon. Well, just be careful with that alcohol. It tends to take people out. It has a habit. So, you know, be responsible. I am Irish and German. Alcohol's like water. Well, seriously though, I am being careful. That's good to hear. Yeah, I don't really drink alcohol. Like, I use cooking wine when cooking stuff, but that's about the most of it. I've tried wines, but like a sip, and I don't really care much for it. I love it when it's mixed in with food, though. Like, sometimes when I slow cook stuff, like, I recently slow cooked a roast, beef roast, and after I took it out, after all the vegetables and everything in there, like, it left behind, like, a lot of liquid. So I added in some, a little bit of beef broth, and about half a cup to a cup of wine, and just a little bit of cornstarch. Yeah, it was cornstarch. And mixed that in there, and then turned the heat on and had it boil down a little bit, and got a lovely gravy out of it. It was just so good. Very good. Also, man, I really should get Legends Arceus soon. it's fun. It's not perfect. There's definitely problems, but it's fun. Also, it's later, Ivy. Enjoy your dinner. I need to actually go make my own dinner soon here. I'm getting distracted talking with people. It's been so long. Seems like the only truly worthwhile game on the Switch. No, I think that would be the new Pokemon Snap. I think most people agree that that's the best Switch Pokemon game. And I kind of get it. Like, you'd think taking pictures of Pokemon wouldn't be fun. It weirdly is. But I personally do like Legends Arceus. Because, you know, fun battles, catching Pokemon. Like, I live for that shit. But yeah, it good. Wine cooked with food is fantastic. Cooking stream when? Not anytime soon. I'd have to, like, figure out how to do that. Let's see. I gave never drank alcohol. I have incredible addictive personality. It will only end badly. That fair enough. I've told you about Genshin. Yep. Legends Arceus is even half as fun as Digimon World Next Order. I'll love it. I couldn't say, but I did have fun with it. I thought it was a fun game. I wouldn't Nuzlocke it. There's some people who Nuzlocke it. I don't understand how they didn't lose all their Pokemon, but yeah. Pokemon Snap is way more fun with a buddy. I agree. I actually played Pokemon Snap with Xana watching me, and it was a heck of a good time. It was a good time. Ugh, excuse me. Well, you can make fun of each other's photos, yeah. Is Pokken okay? I haven't actually played Pokken, so I couldn't really tell you. I've heard some people say good things about it. I don't know if people consider it a Switch game. I don't even know if it's on the Switch. I know it's on the Wii U. I don't know. Alcohol intake is something that needs to be monitored. It's not for everyone. Luckily, I can stop when I want. I can stop when I want to. But yeah, that's good that you can. Sorry, I just feel like I should draw something in this drawing stream, so I'm trying to get something drawn here. Alright, there we go. Let's see here. Have you tried pouring magic water into the second boss in Wind Waker? I have not. Does that do a thing? Azana. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. I forgot what it was I was trying to reference. Ah. Got a Switch port. I'm also tempted to get the Mystery Dungeon remake, but the OG is still pretty good. Yeah. I've thought about getting the Mystery Dungeon remake because I never played Mystery Dungeon before. I bought a version of one of the Mystery Dungeon games on the Wii U. Intending to play it one day, but haven't gotten to it. Kills the second boss instantly. Oh, wow. That would have been an interesting joke. Though I still think the choking on the Korok joke is still the best. Anyway. Maybe I'll try that one day. It's been about 2 hours, and I need to go eat something, so I think I'm gonna call that the stream, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this. It's been so fun to, like, have people here and just enjoying it. Maybe I'll do another stream sometime. One second, let me turn this off. It's distracting me. But, yeah, it's fun being able to stream a little bit again. I don't think I'm ever going to do the regular streams again, at least not unless my work schedule changes. Or changes back to what it used to be. My work schedule had to change, and it's not as great as it was. In my opinion, like, I work later now, or I start later and I work later, and it's not great for me. But anyway, thank you everyone for joining the stream. Thank you so much for the time spent hanging with me. It was a lot of fun. I'm very happy to have been able to do this and interact with people again. I was just feeling like I want to do something on my channel, but I don't really want to take the time to try to make a video right now. Like, something just casual, and I thought of, like, playing a game, but I'm like, there's no game that I really want to play right now or start right now that I feel like I'd have to finish later. So, and I want to actually interact with people, so a drawing stream was what I came up with, and again, not much was done, but I still had fun, and that's what was important. But yes, hopefully I will be able to work on the script again sometime soon. Maybe after I'm done eating. I don't know. But, yeah, look forward to the next episode whenever that comes out. I will be making it. Again, even the events of the last, like, almost 2 years didn't stop me from making the last episode, so, yeah. Why not new Zelda game? I don't own it yet. But yes. I will see you guys again later sometime. And I'm gonna go eat. I'm hungry. See you later. Bye, guys. Love you.